Good evening, everybody. Welcome to the Sulk stream. I hope you guys have had a wonderful day, or so-so day, or even a mediocre day. As long as you're here, everything is going to be better now. I hope you guys had a good week. It's Friday. Sorry. I almost was late today. I almost was late because my parents are in town. And we went out to have dinner, and my son said he had to go poop. And so he was like, I'm not going to poop at this restaurant. We have to drive home. And I was like, okay, everybody wait here at the restaurant. I'm going to drive my son home so he can poop. And then drive back. And then drive back home. So it was one of those. We did get ice cream, though. So if you guys wanted to know how my night was, this is how it's going. It's going like this now. But I'm glad I'm here with you, and I wasn't late. Cut it close. I got home at 7:55. 7:55. Did everything. I got my shirt. I lint rolled it because I have a dog that just decides to shed on everything we have. But it's fine. I'm here. I'm ready to entertain you now. I'm going to take off these socks. Gone. This one too. This one too. Gone. Now I'm ready for it. All right? Now I'm prepared. Tonight we're going to be doing I Shouldn't Be Alive. And YouTube hates it when I do this. So hopefully you are watching on Rumble. So this one's about a guy who got kidnapped. And, we'll see where we go from there. It'll be a long stream. I'm probably going to be doing at least 3 hours. And, that's just what it is. That's just how it's going to be. So I hope you guys are prepared for that. So break open whatever you want to break open. A nice Chianti, perhaps, or a Merlot. Maybe something more delicious or less delicious. Honestly, it doesn't change my show. We had Italian, if that's what you wanted. We went to an Italian restaurant. It was good. I had a gigantic meatball. It was like this big. Roughly. It's probably closer to that. It was called the bocce ball. So it was bocce ball sized. And no, I'm not sweating from that. I don't have the meat sweats from that. Yet. But who knows? Who knows what happens? Who knows what can happen? Anyways. Get comfy. Get cozy. Get your nicest bathrobe on. Grab a friend if you like. If you're working, keep working. If you are driving, please drive safely. That is very important to me. I want you to get home. And if you're just going to lurk and not enter the chat, I'm glad I'm here in your head or on your big screen or wherever I happen to be. And thank you. I love you. Anyways, I'm the Incredible Sulk. This is the Sulk stream. And this is called Kidnap in the Killing Fields. Enjoy.
Story of a very bad thing happening in a very bad place.
Controlled explosion ready.
When Chris Moon left the British Army, he couldn't have imagined life on Civvy Street would be even
I knew an English guy named Chris Moon.
more perilous.
I'm sure that's important. I'm sure that's relevant to the entire conversation that we're going to have tonight. He was a dive instructor, so I'm sure it's probably the same guy. How many Chris Moons are there out there? Not a lot.
Working for a charity clearing landmines in Cambodia, he is kidnapped by armed guerrillas.
We are demining
Gorillas.
the area.
Getting out alive will be the biggest challenge.
There's a difference. Gorillas. He said gorillas. It's not gorillas. I know we know the difference, all right? But there is a very key pronunciation difference. Gorillas is a different thing from gorillas. If you've ever seen Captain Ron, you know exactly what I'm talking about.
Challenge of his life.
We are a neutral organization.
You're a gay organization.
What happens if we stay here?
I think I'm just gonna call these guys gay a lot. I don't know how else to. I'll probably say what I would do in this situation. I just start calling everyone gay until they shot me, or yeah. I'd be like, you kidnapped the wrong guy. I'm not worth a lot. You should have kidnapped one of my siblings. My parents would have paid for them. You know, it would have been
From
fine.
now on, the choices he
You dumb fucks. You got the wrong guy. Right? You took me off their hands. It's okay. I guess I'm one of you now. I can make rice. I could do massages. Do you guys do Thai massages? I'll be real good. I don't speak the language, but I can ching chong a lot. I'll ching chong with the best of you. I'm not going to go the lady boy way, all right? I'm not doing that. I'm not going full operation, all right? I might do the tuck. If you guys put a gun to my head, I might tuck it behind. And then, yeah, of course, some mascara because it'll make my eyes pop and sizzle.
makes will determine whether he lives to tell the
My wife. Just look. She opens the door and just looks at me.
tale.
Where are you taking him?
It's okay, but Christian says the first guy to shoot me is gay. Yep. It's true. This is true. Don't shoot me. Hey, if you want to find mine, it's somewhere in the bed. Okay. Yeah, don't shoot me. Or unless you're gay. Then go ahead. Are you gay? Are you gay? No, you're not going to shoot me then. Ew.
North Mozambique, 1995.
Okay.
Chris Moon
Oh,
is
and he says literal butt pirates. I mean, are they stealing butts?
working for a charity clearing landmines.
Working for a charity. This is what you're wearing? Ballsy. I mean, I just start throwing rocks. I would just start throwing rocks at place. You know, I throw a big rock. If it hits a place and doesn't explode, all right, there's no landmine there. How effective is this work, too? Because, like, okay, imagine this. You clear the whole field, and then you go back to your, like, commanding guy, your boss. And then you're like, okay, boss, yeah, I got them all. Okay, now I got them all. Right? It's just some elephant blows his leg off. Now I got them all. I'm like 99%. People just keep exploding behind you. Yeah. I actually didn't clear any mines. I you know, I'm not doing that. That's crazy. Kabuki Tut says, Densnot says John is a pussy and he can beat him up easy, no problem. Okay, well, Densnot's a fucking liar, so he's a sissy little liar.
I was walking in a cleared area, 7th of March 1995. For some strange reason, I felt something was wrong.
Okay, if you're clearing mines and you feel something is wrong, I don't know. I mean, you're clearing mines, man. Just leave. And he's stumbling around. What an idiot. Is he gonna explode?
I turned. I took 3 paces and then...
Ah, what an idiot. Is that his leg? Ha. Dumbass. Why didn't you, like... I don't know. Why didn't you, like, check? He's not very good at his job.
I realised in a split second that there was only one possible cause for the blast, and that must have been something I stepped on. Looked down and I saw that there's a hole in my right hand that was the same size as the demining tool that I'd been holding. The blast drove the flat end of this prodder through my hand. I recognized the shape of it.
Yeah, that's not good.
I began to think, right,
Dan Snot says, Kabuki, are you starting rumors? I'll kick your ass, Dan.
well, what is the worst possible thing that can happen?
That just happened. You got your shit blown up. You got your shit blown up. You were like walking through a minefield, and guess what happened? Well, like an idiot. Like a fucking idiot. You were walking through a minefield, and you got your shit blown up.
I knew that the worst possible thing that could happen was that both legs would be completely blown off, my guts would be hanging out, and I'd be about to die. In the storybooks, they say your life flashes before your eyes. Well, it's not really like that, but you are aware of everything you've done, the good things, the bad things.
You didn't die, though.
And above all, suddenly everything makes sense.
Even on the verge of death, he knows he's a survivor. He's already been through far worse.
So KW Christian says, I heard Dan Snot studied Krav Maga. Isn't that the Jewish one? You studying Jewish martial arts? I could take him. That's easy to, if I wear a cup, like if I cover my balls enough, because Krav Maga, the thing about Krav Maga, it is 100% nutsack centered. And all you have, the entire martial art is about kicking people in the nuts. And that's it. If you kick somebody in the nuts, you know Krav Maga. So I'll just defend my nuts with some sort of cup, like a sports cup. Won't be an issue.
On the other side of the world, deep
Jufu,
in the forests of Southeast Asia.
Kike Fu. Kike Roddy. Am I going to get banned off of YouTube yet? Probably. Almost certainly. My guess is there's 100% chance I will be banned off of YouTube, so I don't give a shit. I'm here. I don't know if you guys noticed. I took my fucking socks off.
2 years earlier, after leaving the army, Chris Moon traveled to Cambodia.
Does anybody find this attractive? Right? Any of you fucking sick fucks out there find this attractive? That's some foot for you. Look at that. Look at that. You perverts! Stop taking screenshots! Stop taking screenshots! Stop!
He was there to learn how to clear landmines.
It's okay, but Christian says no more feet, please. For the hand folks out there. For the hand folks. I do have nice meaty hands. I don't know if you actually like see them, but like I know you see them, but like look at how thick those bastards. Look at the thumb muscle on that bitch. That is a fat thumb muscle. Right? These were crab claws. That's good eating. That's some butter dipping claws right there. Right? Look at them. God damn. Holy shit. They are muscly, dude. Anyways, is everyone done? Did I finish everybody off with my hands and feet? That's true Krav Maga.
It was his first demining job.
Dan Snot says, from beating off often. Beating off the bad guys, more like. Yeah. Beating off. I realize that's not a better way of saying it.
The whole Cambodian land
says, looks like I got some pics to sell. Don't just share them for free, man. No one's gonna buy them. I'm just gonna buy my feet pics, right? They're too masculine. They're too. Some people are into that, but I just kind of doubt it.
landscape was riddled with landmines, the deadly legacy of civil war.
Now my hand picks with that meaty, like, look right there. That's a meaty bitch. It's hard. It's stiff. It's a stiff kind of, like, and look, there's a lot of width there too. And look at the other one. Vascular. Vascular. I'm like a hand model. They are nice. I mean, look, let me do a little hand flexing for you. Yeah. Everyone gets a freebie. Everyone gets a freebie. You.
6 to 10 million mines scattered across the country.
It's okay to be Christian says your hands are mid, John. Mid. Well, he doesn't know. He has no idea. Send me a pic of your hands. Send me a pic of your little fucking, your little bird hands. Your little ballerina hands. And then I'll compare them to my fucking big masculine mitts. Those meaty bitches, right? Look at them. Big scoops. Jess calls me big scoops for a reason. Because they are oof. Right? Those are meaty motherfuckers. Here's my foot too. I'm gonna flex my foot a little bit. I don't work as much on my feet. You know. I'm really more of a hand model. I'm not, you know. My feet don't steal the show, but ooh, these hands. I'm doing more hand flexing. Yeah. See, you want to get all the vascularity. And it's kind of hard to do, right? So yeah. Fuck yeah. All right. That's enough fooling around for tonight, guys. All right. Let's get serious. Let's go.
In roads, fields.
Oh, he says John's muscles are Neapolitan. What does that even Neapolitan? What does that even mean? They're like different flavors of ice cream? Don't even know what that means. But look at the vascularity in my hands.
Even school playgrounds.
And it's okay to be Christian says, I already know I read yours and it says my hands are mid, but I'm just like, I wanted to double back on that because, come on, seriously, bro? Seriously, this shit's mid? Them shits are mid? Hold on, I gotta change the angle on that camera. Them shits are mid to you. Look, these things, these fucking tiger claws, them shits are mid to you. Look at that shit. Look at the width. Look at the width of that fucking wrist. That's good. That is quality. That's fucking some quality wrist. Right? Oh, Goofy Boots. Thanks for the raid, Goofy Boots. We're talking about some important stuff here. I'm just doing some hand flexing. Yeah, that's good. I don't know how to do the poses properly, but you guys get the idea.
The problem with landmines is that once the fighting stops, these things are killing and maiming people for decades afterwards.
The important work is done. Now let's make fun of this guy that got his legs blown off. Like an idiot because he's walking around a minefield. Carelessly. He was carelessly walking around a minefield. Just strolling around. And he knew he was there. He was like, I'm here clearing mines. I might as well just mosey off into a random direction. Oh! My beautiful hands! I actually sent him there because he was the former top hand model. Now guess who is?
His team started working in a small village in a safe but remote area.
Knobstop,
we
go
were
away.
working all together in Posad province for mine clearance. My job as his interpreter.
Mine clearance is relatively straightforward. They're working in a metre-wide lane, which is very clearly denoted with white sticks.
And what, you just do this?
If it's a landmine, place an explosive charge next to it and destroy it.
Controlled explosion ready.
And then a mine just flies at them. An unexploded mine just flies directly at them and kills them all. That's what I would expect to happen.
Although the
This doesn't seem like a fun job to have. I don't think I would have fun doing this job.
Civil War had finished and the United Nations were now running the country, the Khmer Rouge still posed a serious threat.
And what about
It's okay to be Christian says, we are not talking about wrists. You are trying to divert from your mid hands. My hands are not mid, bro. But my wrists are good too. I wanted to stop talking about this. We were going to talk about people wandering into minefields recklessly. But now we're back to the hand and wrist conversation. Look at how fucking thick that wrist is. Look at that. That is a good meat wrist. That's a good meaty wrist, right? And then on the top of that wrist, an eagle's claw. A nice, thick, look at that. Look at my lifelines. It's not very long because I'm just too buff. It's understandable. There's always trade-offs. There's always going to be trade-offs, all right? So my lifeline is not very long. But holy shit, the buff line is out of this world. And then the rest of it. It is just it's a good meaty hand. It is a good meaty hand. And the rest of it is yeah. My hands are tired from flexing. Honestly, I'm not going to lie. My hands are tired from flexing. I don't use them like some peasant.
Khmer Rouge in this area?
I just flex them. These are gym hands, all right? These aren't masonry hands. These aren't mechanic hands. No, these are gym hands, all right? They're for pampering. And don't be jealous. Don't be jealous, okay? A lot of you guys with those rough, grand, like those, like Depression era Dust Bowl farmer hands. I try not to think about you too much, but you're out there and there's plenty of you. Try not to touch my food. If you can help it, just try not to handle my food in any sort of way. If you're a waiter, remember hands on the bottom of the bowl. Don't stick your finger in the bowl and then hand it off to me like that. Please keep your hands out of my food whenever possible. I would really appreciate that. I'm never going to India. Never in my life.
No, you're safe around here. They're all well out.
Never in my life. Never in my short lifeline, very short lifeline. Never in that very short 40-year period.
The Khmer Rouge were holding the fort.
And I'm 37, so it's only a few years left. So remember, these are like Van Gogh paintings. I'm going to die, and then people are going to start to watch them. That's the bell, and It's Okay to Be Christian says, John, you are a guitar player with a bass player's hands. I'm sorry. I actually started learning on bass. Bass was my first instrument. Yeah.
Forests. And the forests
I can also play the piano pretty well.
and all of those areas were very much for us no-go areas.
Anything
Knobs Dog says, I almost broke a finger last night. Keep them out of your ass.
else I need to know about?
Stop unless you absolutely have
Is
to.
that so hard? Is that really that difficult for you to keep your own fingers out of your ass? It must be. It really must be, bud. Keep your stinky fingers out of my soup bowl. That's all I have to say.
The Khmer Rouge committed widespread atrocities throughout the country.
Knobs Dog says I have to use a foot rasp to keep my gym calluses at bay. Gay? Use wraps, dude? Whoa. I thought only gay dudes used wraps.
As many as 2 million people died, perhaps a quarter of the population.
Knobs Dog says, John, Bahama John, I'll finger my butthole. I'll finger your butthole with my manly Fingers. Name a time and a place, motherfucker.
They brutally
Time
tortured
and a
many
place.
thousands.
In modern history, perhaps the killing
Is
fields
it a
of
threat?
Cambodia are unparalleled.
It's okay to be Christian says you have a bass player's phenotype. That is offensive. I find that offensive. That is offensive. And I will hold on. You are a fuckwad. You know that? You know that, Christian? You're a fuckwad. You know why? You know why, Christian? You know why you're a fucking fuckwad? You son of a bitch. You fucking sack of shit. I'm gonna fucking fuck you up tonight. Fuck, I'm gonna fuck your shit up. Call me fucking base phenotype? You wanna see a fucking phenotype? I haven't had any time to warm up, but suck my donkey dick. Suck my donkey dick. Suck my big old donkey dick. 'Cause sorry. It's a little bit off. It's a little bit off. There we go. Suck my dick. Fucking bass player phenotype, my ball sack, you fat son of a bitch. There you go. There you go. Dan Snot says John is the guy who sees an acoustic guitar at a party and starts playing Creed. I don't know how to play Creed, and I won't touch another person's guitar. That's gross. It really is gross. Ew. No, thank you. I don't touch my guitar. I won't touch your guitar. And no, I'm not taking requests. I don't take requests from anybody for anything. People, my wife the other night was like, "Could you give me a glass of water?" And I screamed at her for it. I'll give you the bell. I'll give you the bell, but don't ask me to do things. Fuck. I got rid of the bell. Oops. YouTube. I'm sorry. I have to bring the bell back. Don't fucking. I'm not taking requests. But thank you. Big B Trucker says play Freebird. I'm not. I do hand stuff here. This is a hand-centric show. Hands. This is a weird one. This has been a weird show so far. What are we, 30 minutes in? It's only been hands.
When Chris first arrived in
It's only
Phnom
been- it's
Penh,
been so
he visited the
hand-based.
S-21 Genocide Museum. Previously a school, the Khmer...
Knobsdog says, so I take it John wants us to picture Sweet Jess handling donkey dick. Okay. There you go.
Rouge had used it to hold prisoners
You
before
can
execution.
fucking go. You can fucking go now. That's what, I mean, honestly, did you think that wasn't going to happen? Did you think that wasn't going to happen, bro? Did you really think that wasn't going to happen? Because you're fucking stupid if you thought that wasn't going to happen.
And to torture them.
I just played beautiful music for you. And then you come up with that filth. It's okay to be Christian says, like the streamer, John will do a thing with his hands. And you won't like that. You won't like that thing. I'll just play guitar for the rest. I was going to do 3 hours. You guys want to play 2.5 hours of guitar? I will. I'll sit here and I'll just riff. I will do that. I mean, I used to play a lot. Like, when I was younger, I used to play for fucking 8, 10 hours a day. You know, do you want me to do that? Is that what you want? How do you think I got these big, meaty fucking mitts? Huh? Handling donkey dick? Like Knobs Dog Mom?
He quickly learned the details of Cambodia's brutal recent past.
The Khmer Rouge had taken over the country on April 16th,
Goofy
1975.
says that was pretty out of pocket. Exactly, wasn't it? It was Goofy. I agree. It was.
They forced everybody out of the towns. They turned the country into a huge labor camp.
I don't ban people often. I don't. I rarely ban people. And he only got a $5. He only got a cooldown period, right? Because Knob Dog, I understand you're kind of a dickhead. And I understand, like, I forgive you for being a dickhead. But you get a cooldown. You get a quick tasing, right? Tased.
Anybody associated with the previous regime was tortured and executed.
Welcome to our welcome to our torture hotel. We have pictures of people being tortured on the walls, like a motel. You have torture art on the wall. Is that seriously what I saw? Was that torture art? I have to go back. That was clearly torture art. Check out this sweet torture art, guys. Who's the artist? It's a Pol Pot. Maybe you have heard of him.
Before long,
Now, rest yourself to sleep with these ambient sounds of people screaming in the distance. It's a...
he himself would be a prisoner of the Khmer Rouge.
That's not good.
It's 1993.
It's okay to be Christian says, I didn't know sober John played guitar. Well, I had to learn somehow. And he does. But drunk John feels it a lot more.
Chris Moon is in Cambodia clearing landmines. He's been told the area where he's working is relatively safe. As far as anyone knows, the Khmer Rouge are some distance away.
The United Nations people locally to us had told us that they had been way beyond the point at which we were clearing. There were no troops near us for about 70 kilometers. So the small village that we were working in was quite safe.
Turns out no.
On our truck, we were taking some women and children from the village down to Cravan, the small town. In my Land Rover, I had about 6 of my blokes. They were in the back. My Cambodian colleagues asked me if I knew any English songs, and for some strange reason, the only song that I could remember the words for was Onward Christian Soldiers.
Okay. And onward, Christian soldiers.
Wow, that was bad. That was bad, dude. That was like, you know, I thought English people knew a lot more songs, like shanties and stuff, and drinking songs. I know Americans don't have drinking songs because we just get drunk and drive places. That's like the American pastime. We don't sing songs and like stumble home like those good Brits or any European or anything like that. No. An American blasts Metallica in their Trans Am and drives home blackout drunk. Like a true freedom warrior. Right? Not just me, right? Everybody else too? Good. Good. How many DUIs are in the chat? How many people in this chat have DUIs? And don't tell me none of you, because I would I know better. I know better.
We were going down the same road that we'd always been going up and down when we reached a clearing. And I saw some movement in the bushes, and I just felt something was wrong. I began to wonder if my eyes were affecting me. The bushes seemed to be moving slightly.
Goofy Boots says "A Star Spangled Banner" is our drinking song. Yeah, sure is. The Star Spangled Banner, Spangled Banner, to you. Their Star Spangled Banner. Yeah, that old ditty. I know it well. I'm not a spy. I promise.
Then suddenly,
Promise.
charged 30 Khmer soldiers.
Really? There's a lot of people. There's nobody in the chat has a DUI. I'm not saying I do. I do not have any DUIs. But like growing up, I knew like a lot of people with DUIs. I knew a number of people with DUIs. It was not uncommon for a person to get a DUI. But nope. Goofy Boots, I'm not surprised about Goofy Boots. That's not an insult. You just seem like a nice boy. Knobs Dog says never got close once. You should try. You should try more. You should try way more often. Knob, you should like do it tonight. And go fast. Down the wrong side of the freeway. Hey, how's he? He not going down? My wife's wearing my 1-year-old. You're not? No. Of course you're not trying to bother. You just came in with a baby on your chest dancing. Of course. It makes perfect sense.
Is this distracting?
No, it's not distracting in the least bit.
Are we distracting you?
No. See? No. Yeah. Hi. Hello. Hi, son. Good. He's happy.
What am I going to do? I'll have to do something. There's nothing I can do except choose my
It's okay to be Christian says you have a very sophisticated following, John. Shut up. No, I do not. No, I do not. I mean, like, okay, maybe it's not full of drunkards, which I kind of assumed. I assumed it was people with really bad PTSD, dimwits, and like just the severely deranged, like the you know, the people cutting messages to themselves in the future on their arm, right? That bitch is gonna die. You know, like that. But apparently not. Apparently I have a very Christian says his favorite chord is the C major chord, which is like... You surprised me. You surprised me. Not a drop D fan, huh? Weird.
attitude.
I feel very scared at that time.
Stand still.
When the Khmer Rouge kidnap anybody, they were killed. Chris,
All right, I'm going to try to decipher what Knobs Dog is saying. At almost 50, if have to be retarded, I have better his and liquor at home than any bar, no need to drive. You're almost 50, bro? You're almost 50 years old. You're almost 50 years old, and you're saying the shit like that you say in my chat on a nightly basis. Is that a bad thing, or is that like, should I? Because I'm like almost 40, right? And I say some wild shit on this too, but like for some reason, Knobs Dog seems way worse than me. Doesn't he seem way worse? Doesn't he seem way worse than me? That, like, pretty bad, huh? He seems like he's pretty bad off. I hope you're alone, Knob. I mean, not like right now. I mean, well, I hope you're alone until you die.
he didn't scare. He looked normal.
I hope no one finds your body for weeks. Right? The only giveaway is the smell emanating from your house or apartment, wherever you happen to live. Hopefully it's the street. Hopefully it's just a refrigerator box behind an alley and people just thought it was a dead dog or something. But nope, it was Knobs Dog, and he's still got the incredible Sulk on his phone. He's saying terrible shit. Die. 48.
Everything that I did was focused on, well, how can we survive? How can we get out of here?
48. I mean, I guess that's not that old. It seems pretty old. I mean, it seems pretty old. To be hanging out with me in the chat every night, I guess that's not that bad. But what else are you going to do? Go out and have a social life? Doubt that. Not with your personality.
I thought about everything.
Bob says, but mentally, I'm still 14. Yeah, I mean, you beat me to it. No. I've seen 14-year-olds with a lot more like tact than you have, sir. Like mentally, you're probably 50, but like just like a 50-year-old asshole. Not a very advanced 50-year-old. You're not like, I mean, you're no Einstein or anything like that. You're just kind of one of the retarded 51s. Did you have a better life back in the 90s? What were the 90s like? Was it nice? Was it optimistic? Were you like, I'm going to make something of myself? And then you didn't. And then you're hanging out on somebody's show who barely remembers the 90s. I barely remember. I was born in 80, well, the very last few days of 87. But I barely remember the 90s. Not very well. It was the majority of my childhood, but I sniffed a lot of glue.
Every gesture, every move, every blink of an eye.
God, they look so fabulous. Look at that. Look at the hat to the side and the scarf. You're looking great, dude. Like, he's got style for miles. Dan Snot says the 90s were awesome. Yeah, you're pretty old too, aren't you, Dan Snot? And you still think you can fight me. This young buck with these hands, right? Apparently you want to catch him. Because, I don't know, you have a death wish or something. Rocky says, I was born in 86. I didn't erase my memory of the 90s. You should have, right? Maybe I just compartmentalized. Maybe my childhood was a lot darker than because I remember being at Disneyland every day. And like thinking back on that, I'm like, that's not possible. I wasn't even let out of that basement. I remember a lot of particle board and chains. There was one video camera and a bright light. Yeah, that sounds like Disneyland.
He said, "Why you
I'm
come
pretty
here?"
sure that was
To help the
Disneyland. It's a small world, right? Well, at least that's what I was singing as the tears rolled down my face.
Cambodian people. We are demining the area.
លោកមេម្ចាស់ផ្នែកក្រហមបានមកធ្វើការដោះមីន
We are a
In my stained whitey tighties.
neutral organization working in Cambodia to help the Cambodian people.
Did I paint a visual for you? Disneyland. The happiest place on earth.
លោកវិជាការអង្គការរបស់ខ្ញុំគឺអង្គការអព្យាក្រឹតជាជនខ្មែរលោកស្ដាប់បានទេ He said that
It's so funny seeing Frozen mad. Because it's just like, you can't take him seriously with your cute little hat and your scarf.
he doesn't care neutral or it's not neutral, but this is his area. Try to say more words, you're gonna kill us.
Knobsock says, I literally make 6 figures in the financial industry, lol. This is where I talk shit. I can't IRL. Well, go ahead and talk your shit. And fucking, you know what? For making 6 figures, there's no whale next to your name. You make 6 figures and you haven't donated once. You haven't donated to the show once. Have you even donated to like the Ko-Fi or like the PayPal or something like that? I feel like you talk a lot of shit. And then you're saying you're making 6 figures. You haven't donated once. Have you bought a shirt at least? Or you just take up my time. I'm not saying my time is valuable. I'm not. I really am. I'm not. But you haven't donated once, bro. You're making 6 figures. You haven't donated once. In the years you've been watching this show. I know it's been years. Not even once. Are you sure? Are you sure you make 6 figures? You know, you don't count the numbers after the decimal, right? You know, right? Like if your check is $1,600 a month, it's not 6 figures just because you added the 2 zeros after the decimal. You know that, right? Right?
And then they tell us to take our clothes off.
Maybe he's done it on Ko-Fi. You don't check. That's okay. Well, look, I'm gonna fucking go check my Ko-Fi. I'm gonna check my Ko-Fi right now. Gonna go.
Ko-Fi.
I am gonna check my Ko-Fi.
You gotta check your Ko-Fi.
I'm checking my
You never check
Ko-Fi
your
right now.
They say you're gonna check your Ko-Fi and you never check it.
Okay, there's nothing on my Ko-Fi. There is nothing on my Ko-Fi. The last one was from Ardenshire on May 9th. There's nothing on my Ko-Fi. So thanks, you guys. Thank you. I'm not going to say that wasn't a good one, because that was a good one. That was a good burn. And I deserve it. I'm not going to say I don't deserve it. I deserve it. I deserve to get burned. I do. I do. I just do. I mean, it's not like I work hard at this. It's not like I dedicate like basically every day. Take time out of my family life and stuff like that. And then my wife bursts in laughing at me. And so thanks. Thanks, guys. Goofy says, I think I know why he doesn't check Ko-Fi. Yep. Still nothing. still nothing. It's I'll tell you, Arden, A Swift, and Big B are 3 people that have. That's the only 3 people. No. Yeah, no, that's it. That's it. Those are the only 3 people who've ever donated to my Ko-Fi. Appreciate it. I appreciate it, you guys. If you guys want to go check my Ko-Fi, you know, I'll go ahead and drop it right here. If you guys want to go ahead and do something with it, Go ahead and send a hate mail or something.
I suppose fear is such a lonely thing. Here you are with all these people, and yet inside, I felt very.
Arden Share says Big B donated there too. Yeah, Big B. Yep, Big B Trucker. Big B, E Swift, and you. So that's it.
Lonely.
That's it.
And I'm standing there in my
Can
own.
I pin the link on the stream? Why do you guys make me have to work for it? Fine. There. God. Let's just watch this. Let's just watch this right here. This reminds me of Disneyland.
Pants, thinking, right, no matter what happens, I'll never assume the role of victim.
In my piss yellow whitey tighties with the tears rolling down my face and the lipstick on my mouth.
Because I do think that if
Singing It's a Small World, right? Donald Duck does terrible things to
you
me.
behave in a certain way, you pre-program others to
Couch says, what in the gay is this? It's Disneyland.
treat you in a certain way.
Goofy says, this is the Sulk stream. I know. It's not gay itself, but it definitely has gay elements. It's a gay motif. It has a very strong gay ambiance.
They tell me to get in the Land Rover. I'll push things as far as I can. If I go too far, I'll take a step backwards very quickly.
Mr. Hoon, please tell the commander that I will be happy to meet with his commander tomorrow. But my
He says, shut the fuck up. And he'd be like, but you didn't talk to him. Yeah, I know. Drive. Because I'm sick of hearing your fucking stupid British accent. I don't know why. It pisses me off. British people piss me off. I don't, you know, the arrogance perhaps. Oh, I'd be perfectly happy to meet with your commander. Oh, would you? Would I have a cup of tea? How about you suck a dick? Drive. Shut up. Drive.
organization will not allow us to go today.
លោកមេបញ្ជាការគាត់គាត់សុំស្អែកទេលោកអត់បានត្រូវទៅជំរុំយើងទៅជុំមេបញ្ជាការរបស់យើងសិន He said no you have to go to see his commander today
I'm now a Khmer Rouge prisoner of war.
Good for being an idiot.
ផ្លូវណាលោកផ្លូវណាទៅមុខត្រង់ Let's go straight.
Dan Snot says check your Ko-Fi again. And I swear to God, Dan Snot, if I check my Ko-Fi and there's nothing there, which I kind of think there is, because when something happens on my Ko-Fi, it flashes. It's not flashing. But I will check it, and if there's nothing there, I'm going to ban you. Okay. Okay. Thank you, Dan Stein. I mean, you know what? I'm gonna ban you anyway. Just because I was really looking forward to banning you, and I just wanted to ban you anyway, so I banned you. But thank you so much. He says, breaking kayfabe, but you are a nice guy and have a nice family. Keep it up and make more white babies. And I banned him. Oh, and it felt good. It's okay. It's only 5 minutes. But thanks, Dan Snot. I appreciate that. You said some very nice things. And I was going to ban you regardless, and I did.
We're driving for what seems an eternity.
I kind of feel bad now that I banned him, because I didn't even read his message before I banned him. I saw that he donated, but I just it was already happening in my head, right? I was already banning him in my head. I'm sorry. I feel bad now because that was nice. That was actually very sweet. I don't know what's wrong with me. I'm like broken, like deep down inside. Right?
And then...
Why are we banning Dan? Okay, Jameson, literally for no reason. We literally did it for no reason. I did it against my own policy for no reason. And I feel bad about it now.
Just heavy monsoon
But, like,
rain.
can I say I wouldn't do it again? No. I did him dirty. I feel bad. I did him dirty. Because he did donate. And like times are tough and you know the donations have been slim. And I still did it. I saw that he donated and I still pulled the trigger on him. And like, how am I going to live with myself?
The look on Ben's face tells me that he thinks we're going to die. There's no hope
Guess I'm just going to have to.
in his eyes.
I'll live on. Not dance, not though.
I'm watching.
Thanks for the $5. Arden Shire says, we're never going to get to 5,000 followers. This is Arden Shire's goal for the channel. He wants to get me to 5,000 followers, which is an ambitious goal, right? But if I just keep banning people for no reason, it's not going to happen.
Khmer Rouge soldiers.
So I get that. I get that. Can I remove myself as a moderator? I don't think that's possible. I don't think that's possible.
I'm trying to work out what's going on inside their heads.
Despite, where have you been, bro? You are late as hell.
You look in their eyes and there's just nothing there. There's no compassion, no feeling, no nothing. And there would be no point, you realise quite quickly, in ever asking them for kindness or mercy because they couldn't understand it.
Lucky says John's goal is to drive everyone in his life away. I mean, it's not my goal, but it definitely seems like it, doesn't it? Oh. Oh. Well, that's nice. Thank you. I appreciate that. It's okay to be Christian gave $5, and he said, here, this is for bass lessons. That's really nice. I'm going to go ahead and, where's the bell? Where's my bell? There we go. There we go. Goodbye. Why am I doing this? I'm a menace. I can't help it. I can't help it.
Yes, you can ask the commander if he knows this area well.
I don't know why. I like Christian too. He's a nice guy. I don't know why I did that.
He said he lived in this area for 30 years now.
I am. I'm
All the
drunk
time
with
we're
power.
trying to keep
This is
things
a
polite,
problem.
trying to communicate
I have
on
a
their
problem.
level.
I didn't want to do that. I literally did not want to do that. I didn't want to do that. I had to for the comedy. For the sake of comedy, I had to do that. Please forgive me. Dan Snot, Christian, please forgive me. I had to do it for the sake of a joke. You understand, right? Right?
You have a wife and children.
Look, mình chưa cá, mình câu này mình một con đi rồi. Cô này, lúc mình nhung, chỉ có con một nhung, đó thì con một nhung. Before he's married.
Dan Snot's bad. All right, I'm not going to ban you. I'm not going to ban you. I'm sorry. I don't know why I did that. Hopefully Christian comes back too.
But now he used the weapon as his wife, and the bullet is his son.
I am. I'm going to, okay. From now on, for the rest of the show, I'm not going to ban anybody. All right? So let me have it. Go ahead. Give me your worst. I will not ban you because I have a limit of banning. You guys can say whatever you want, and I won't ban you. All right? Does that make up for it? Is that fair? Is that fair? There's no more banning for the rest of the show. Okay? All right. I'm serious. It's not frozen. That's not frozen.
The Russian-made ZIL truck may have confused the Khmer Rouge.
Despite it says I want to ban people for the laugh all the time, but I don't want to piss you off. You guys don't get to do that. I get to do that because it's my show. This is my show. I can ban who I want, but I won't ban anybody. I understand why you want to despite, because it is fun. I understand now, right? I didn't before. Now I understand.
Their enemies have been using...
Oh, Ardenshire has a good idea. He says, every time you ban someone, tell them I love you to get that toxic relationship thing going. Dan, it's not I love you. Baby, I love you. Come on. It's, you know how I get. It's just like, come on, though. Come on. Perfect. That's exactly what I'm going to do. I'm going to make it toxic as shit in here.
Russian military advisors for many years. Perhaps they think that's what Chris is really doing in Cambodia.
Okay. Dan Snot says I love you too, baby. I'm really testing out that ban hammer, right? Because I said I wasn't going to ban him. I said I wasn't going to ban him. And that made me angry. That made me angry. That made me mad.
Yep.
But I'm not doing it. Not doing it.
You must
Watch the
cross
Khmer
the river.
Rouge. I'm going to watch the Khmer Rouge execute this guy, and I'm not going to ban any of you for whatever gay shit you talk about or whatever, right? Because I feel bad because I just executed people for no reason. I should do that on Daywave, not here. Not here. This is about peace and love and togetherness. On Daywave, I'll ban the whole fucking chat. I don't know why I'm a moderator over there, but I am. I do wield that power. I just haven't used it because I don't care. But I'll use it more over there. And go ahead, guys.
Tell the commander to send one of his men through the river first.
Psychologically, it's going to be far better if I make him send one of his men in to get wet. What I need to do is create some sort of a relationship with them in which they respect me.
I wish they would just shoot this guy already. Honestly, I wish they just killed him.
The commander would be very unlikely himself to walk through. He'd get one of his guys to do it.
This river marks the unofficial boundary between government and Khmer Rouge territory. The recent heavy monsoon rain has made it virtually impossible to cross.
No, it is too deep for the Land Rover. We cannot go across.
For the first time that day, I feel good because I'm calling the shots. I'm saying no. I am now in control.
So you must cross the river. If you're not across, go back to the Land Rover. Hey, let's go.
The Khmer Rouge soldiers are nervous. Until they cross, they're worried they could be attacked by government troops.
I speak to my driver and I say, look, you must listen to everything the soldiers are
You
saying.
just gotta float
Tell
it
me.
across. That's what you gotta do. You gotta float that shit across. Feed him in the Crocs. Frozen, is that you? He's gonna come to America and bargain for cheaper prices. Frozen? No, hopefully not.
What's going on?
Be fine.
If in like 20 minutes,
It's not frozen,
we are not
guys.
across the river.
I know the joke, right? Because everyone's like, "Oh, it's frozen." It's not frozen. I swear, I'm like 85% sure it's not frozen. Did did Christian ever come back? How long ago did I ban him? Was it 5 minutes? Sorry, Christian.
River. They want to burn our car and they want to kill us.
We'll get across the river.
They're gonna get across the river.
I have to find a way to
Don't
get the
worry,
vehicles through.
That is not too deep for that Land Rover. It's okay. Christian says, I was in the middle of donating when you banned me. You are self-sabotaging again, John. Yep. Sounds like my therapist was right. So I banned him.
Of this fast
Permanently. I banned him.
flowing stream at 2'6" of water, and I have a
Feel
few
bad about
anxious
that, too.
moments as I see the water starting to come under the doors.
Arden Shire says, so this guy was kidnapped and has a camera crew filming shit? No. No, this is all reenactment. This is all reenactment. But that would be cool. I mean, that'd be cool. But no, this is all reenactment. And that Land Rover, it can go through some pretty deep stuff. Like, it's got the snorkel and everything. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine.
We just get through.
Has Far Cry ever done Cambodia or Vietnam? I don't know. I loved Far Cry 5. Far Cry 6 sucked. Far Cry 6 blew dicks. So I stopped playing Far Cry. Far Cry 5 was sick. It was good. Far Cry 6 sucked. And I was mad about it. So I never touched it again. Why do that to me? Why would you do that to me?
Into the deep forest, home of the Khmer Rouge. Every mile further from civilization, further from safety.
We're not using roads. We're on this footpath. The ground is really wet.
Dan Snow says Far Cry 5 was awesome. I rooted for it. For the cult. For the cult. Yeah. I mean, it was good. It was a good game. It was cool. The visuals were cool. The story was cool. It was cool. It was a good game. Far Cry 6 sucked. It was bad. I didn't even make it that far. And I was like, this is boring and it sucks. So I'm stop playing. I'm going to stop playing. I was disappointed. I was mad about it.
We keep on getting stuck.
Like, how do you change so much? Was it a different studio? Why did it suck?
It's a nightmare.
Far Cry 5 is the blueprint for this cult? Yeah, okay. Yeah. I mean, I don't have any drug fields, but I can probably work on that. I mean, you guys would be working on the drug fields. I would be using them. And I would be getting high off of my own supply. Bad. That's a bad business move, but I'm a cult leader, not a businessman.
I can prove I'm useful by getting the vehicles out of the mud.
Explain.
Shut up. I hate this British asshole. I hate him. I hate him so much. I'm going to make myself useful and call the shots and everything. So I'm going to start leading the Khmer Rouge and I'm going to be in charge. And then everything's going to go my way. And then I hope he gets I know he doesn't, but I kind of wish he got a bullet to the head. You know, just a bullet right to the fucking head. Like that. Shame.
Needs to come forward, try and get forward. I will reverse.
Just in case they're really after the vehicles, Chris tries to make his skills indispensable.
I seem to spend most of my time trying to get vehicles out now.
Is everybody in this place? Are Cambodians just fucking idiots? They probably are. They're probably just fucking idiots. It's just, I don't know. What is the average IQ of a Cambodian? It can't be that high. 85? Is that too generous? I'm just saying, like, you need this English guy to tell you how to get a truck unstuck? Really? Really? There's like 30 guys there. You can't figure it out yourself? You should just tie him up and throw him in the back. He is your property at this point, right? Don't let him like give you tips and pointers. He's a prisoner. He is a prisoner. You do not listen to him. He is your property. Like, seriously, this is stupid. This is retarded. If I were to kidnap somebody, I'm not going to be taking tips from them. I'm not going to be like, okay, so prisoner, what are we going to do next? How do we get these trucks out of here? Should we go across the river? Should we not go across the river? What do you think we should do? Because that's not a good kidnapper skill, right? I'd be like, shut up. I'm going to gag you and then throw you in the back of the truck hogtied. And I'm probably not going to give you water for at least a day. Just so you don't talk so much, right? Just so you don't talk so much. And like occasionally, I'm just going to kick you in the ribs. That's what I'm going to do. And eventually, if I do that long enough, you know, keep you from having large amounts of protein, I'll kick you in the ribs every once in a while. And then, you know, every once in a while, I'll be like, here, you look thirsty. Have some water. And then you're like, thank you so much. Oh, it's water. It's so good. I'll be like, good. Now get back down there. And I kick you in the ribs again. If I just keep doing that, eventually you're going to develop some sort of Stockholm syndrome. And you'll love it when I bring you food and water, right? And then you'll love me. It's weird how the psychology of this works, because you forget the times I kick you in the ribs and like piss on your back while you're struggling to breathe. But you'll remember the good times, like an abusive relationship, right? I mute you, and then when you come back, I say I love you, and I will never do it again. I will do it again. I'm not going to change. I say that. I'm not going to change. No, you poor sweet girl. No, if you leave me, I'll kill you. Yeah. And then, yeah, Stockholm syndrome. I got it planned out to a T. Ask Jess. She had my kids, right? I bought her. Out of the back of some guy's truck, I just bought her. I don't even know where she's from. You have Stockholm syndrome, right?
What's that?
Well, no. I mean, like,
What?
yeah. I bought you.
I love you so much.
Exactly.
You keep me safe.
I keep you safe.
And you provide.
And you don't get to see your family ever again.
No, what family?
I am the only family.
They're evil.
Yeah.
They're not nice.
Mm-hmm. Now leave. And bring me another bubble water. What? What? I'll send you back. I'll put you back on that van.
You wouldn't.
Send you back to the Ukraine or wherever you're from. What? She is my property. You're right, Dan Stott. She is 100% my property. Goofy Boots says, and then when she's dehydrated, I ask her, now are you going to be a good sex slave, FOMO? How did FOMO get tied into this? She's not even here. FOMO's not even here, right? But she got roped into it somehow. And I feel like she wouldn't be a good sex slave. I feel like she'd bite.
Me?
No, FOMO.
But like, you'd like her when she
No,
bit.
no,
You'd
Goofy.
like it. Like people would like when she bites, you know?
Goofy says he's gonna make FOMO a sex slave.
FOMO would make you her sex slave.
She's right. I'm sorry, Goof. I mean, you're a sweet boy, and I've met FOMO. She's actually kind of intimidating.
Well, that's his problem. He's too sweet.
I met FOMO in real life, and she's like, she'll twist your nutsack, man. She will.
And you'll like it.
You'll like that. You'll like that.
Okay. I'm gonna go chill, so don't
I will. I'll call you again.
Don't look at them.
Dirty Brown says always in cocaine she is. Oh, on cocaine? She's not always on cocaine. I'm sure she's on cocaine sometimes. But like, what do you want? What do you want? Goofy Boofy. If you keep FOMO on cocaine, like make her develop a really bad habit. Like a really bad habit. Like you know those people who can put like a tissue up one side of their nose and then pull it out the other? Like a fucking magic trick? You know, like a handkerchief? She pulls it right through because she just dissolved her septum with cocaine. Give her one of those. And then just make sure that you can supply her and then she can't get it from anybody else. And then boom, you got her for life. You're good. You're good. Yep, I should write a book. I should write a book about how to enslave women.
Did you ask?
People have forgotten. Men used to do this regularly. Enslave women all the time. And they loved it. They were happy about it. Right? Now all this women empowerment with women getting their 6-figure jobs and they're all like, I'm sad because I have to go to work and there's no man that makes enough for me to be interested in them. Well, guess what? You were kind of designed to be a slave and you're fighting against that and now you're unhappy. What did you expect to happen? What did you had the physiognomy of a slave. You're supposed to be a slave. That's what you wanted to be, right? It's just in your nature. And then somebody got in your ear, the TV got in your ear, the Facebook, and they're all like, you're strong and empowered. You don't need no man. Blah, 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 blah. You can make your own money. Blah, 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 blah. And then you're like, you're right, I can. I'm going to go get a job. And then type. 30 years later, you're alone, drunk with cats, and you're like, at least I made my own money. You're sad now. You're sad now. And then you look at another girl who was a slave since she was like a young girl and she had lots of babies and they all love her to death and she is an indispensable part of her family. And then you look at her and you're like, oh, she's so oppressed. You pet your fucking cat. That's dead. It's a dead cat. The cat died. Because you can't, it's just dead, man. You left for like 3 weeks to Europe to get railed by brown guys. And you forgot to feed it. And then you came back and it was just all fucking bloated. But you still pet it. Because it's all you have. And wine. You have wine. You just pet it. She's so oppressed. What a slave. That pussy is a lot like your pussy, too. Dead on the inside. And it's way too furry.
Commander, what we're doing here? Why have we stopped?
Dan Snot says, FOMO is sweet to me. She probably thought I was special needs. To be fair, Dan Snot, you do have a lot of special needs. I'm not even being kidding about that. You have needs that are not being met, and that could be considered special.
I know by now that we must be deep into their territory. This is their jungle.
Okay.
What's going on?
You have to follow the commander.
Ask him why. Why are we going?
Don't talk too much.
Don't talk too much. Stop taking commands. Every time he would issue me a command, I would break one of his bones. That's what I would do. Or take a finger. Right? I'll be like, you get 10 chances. But every time you do that, I'm going to take one of your fingers. You might have a good suggestion. And if it is a good suggestion, I won't take a finger. You have 10 chances, though. Unless you want to count your toes, too, but... Do you? Do you? 'Cause if I start taking tows, it's gonna get real inconvenient for everybody because we're gonna have to carry you. Just a bunch of gaytards. Why is everyone wearing a scarf in the sweltering? It's so hot in the jungle. It's so hot. Why does everyone have a flamboyant red scarf on? Right? Doesn't that make you easy to spot?
A little man comes towards us. He's got a hard face. And he's got this strange little brown chalky hat on his head. That tells me he's an important man.
Shut up. Shut up. I hate this British guy so much. I despise him. I really do. I really just absolutely despise him. And like, I hope he gets kidnapped again. I just, I hope he does. I hope he does. I hope he gets kidnapped again.
I don't have the authority to shoot you today.
Let's go with us to see my commander. Let's go.
Chris is now the prisoner and property of a second Khmer Rouge commander.
It's okay to be Christian says it brings the whole outfit together. No, it doesn't. No, it doesn't. That red scarf is like, it clashes. It clearly clashes. It is not, it's not an ensemble. It is just completely, it's different. That made me angry, but I'm not going to ban you. Because I can't ban people for terrible fashion advice. Like I'm giving fashion advice. I wear the same fucking t-shirt every day. Actually, you guys don't know this. I don't wear a t-shirt. I don't wear a black t-shirt. Like, I wasn't wearing a black t-shirt today. I do this so you guys don't recognize me in public. Because that's a real risk for me.
The commander's has his own territory and his own men.
I don't want people being like, oh, it's Sulk. Oh, take a picture. Oh, sign this. Oh, sleep with me, Sulk. It's really distracting.
They're a bit like medieval warlords. Independent, but also part of a pyramid of command and obedience, leading ultimately to Pol Pot.
Knobs Dog says, I was eating dinner. What did I miss? I banned you for 5 minutes.
At the end of the first day, they stopped by a street.
Apparently you were here. You weren't here for that. Tansnot says, you missed Daywave. Were you at the gay club? Where were you? At the gay club? Yeah. 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 Yes, it was. You were there.
They tell us that we are now...
We were both there. Doing gay things. No. My parents were in town. My parents are in town. I had to do things for my wife around the house. Which I admit, it would have been better if I just said I was at the gay club.
in a minefield. I'm not sure if I believe...
Kabuki says, get it? Because John is gay. Those are fucking assholes.
...them or not.
It could be a genuine warning, or simply a lie to keep them from running away.
Ask the commander what his plan is. Why have we stopped? Are we staying here?
Dan Snot says the manhole. It's the gothic asshole. The gothic asshole. Arrested Development was such a good show. It was such a good show. And like, they canceled it and then they brought it back and then it wasn't good. When they brought that back, it wasn't good. like maybe had gotten, like she was never pretty, but she had gotten disgusting. And like, Michael Cera is just weird. He's just a weird looking guy. But it was funny when it was on. Daddy needs to get his rocks off. Hilarious. Hilarious. It was a good show. It was a good show.
Nice.
Tonight we sleep here.
Kabuki says John has a butt plug in right now and he won't admit it. Well, me and my wife are going to play red light, green light later, and I needed something to do it with.
Tell the commander.
Red light. It just changes color.
It is not possible. The rules of my organization will not allow me to.
A scarf and a black shirt is a good look. Hold on. I'll see if I can make that happen.
You must stay here.
There's no point in talking to them. We try to explain who we are, what we're doing, and they just shrug their shoulders. The frustrating bit for me is that they just can't understand what I'm doing.
Because I might as well dress.
Can't compute
I might as well dress like them, right? I'll see if I can get one.
it. To explain that I'm not their enemy is just an impossible task.
What do you think of the commander?
He looks like Michael Cera looks like a cabbage became human. No, something with less nutritional value than a cabbage. He looks like if I don't know, parsley. If parsley became a human being, that would be Michael Cera.
I think the Khmer, we cannot trust them. They are very cruel.
Like, right? Or like, what's that stuff that tastes like soap that Mexicans put on tacos? That stuff. No one likes it. It doesn't add anything to it.
I can see from the look in his eye that he believes that this is going to be his last night alive.
Cilantro, thank you. Yeah, cilantro. Michael Cera is cilantro.
Moon and his colleagues are
But not with the name cilantro. Because cilantro makes him sound like mysterious and exotic. But he's not. He would be cilantro, but he would be called like kale. I know kale is disgusting too, but actually we could just go with kale. Kale's
prisoners of the Khmer Rouge, forced to play a delicate psychological game of survival. It's morning on the second day, and Chris asks his captors for permission to wash. With no one guarding him, it could be a chance to escape.
Where? Into the jungle that's controlled by Khmer Rouge? I don't know if you understand. I mean, like, you have way too much confidence in yourself, bro. Where did you get this If you had... Where did you get all this confidence? Because you shouldn't have gotten captured in the first place. You would have been out of the situation. Running off into the jungle where you have, like, no bearings on where you are or how to navigate or, like, anything like that is the worst idea. That is the worst idea. But let's see if he does it.
Now I have my darkest moment. My hobby is running.
My hobby is running. Their hobby is shooting. So, can you outrun a bullet?
Just know that if I do a runner, they won't catch me.
Yeah, they don't need to.
They just won't expect it.
He might be able to make his way back out of the jungle, following the course of the stream.
I mean, that is a fair... I mean, right, if you're lost, then follow water, because eventually water is going to lead to people. But you have no idea who those people will be. Again, you're in Khmer Rouge territory. it's probably going to lead to more Khmer Rouge.
Human beings, we are selfish things. We are.
You're a fucking tool bag. And it's a shame you didn't die.
We are.
Do it. Do it.
Chris, he has chance to escape. If he escaped, we would be killed.
Do it.
But he decides not.
I can't leave my colleagues. Now I can't leave them, so I walk back slowly to the vehicle.
I think that Chris Moon is a brave man in my heart.
Okay, Frozen. Reel it in, bro.
They drive on through the day.
Knobsdog says, I watched some Prison Break show where the guy was in Vietnam and got shot down and spent time in a Laotian, there we go, POW camp. Okay, that's cool. Morgan Freeman narrates. That's a quality sign. He's a quality narrator. Christian says he has confidence because his hands aren't mid. Mid? You calling these bad boys mid? You're calling these things mid. Look at how muscular these things are. These are good hands. Look at it. Look at that. Ladies, calm down. I know how women feel about them. Trust me, I do. I do. Calm down, right? Welcome to my only hands. Is that mid? Is that mid to you? I don't think so. Yeah. Knobsdog says John got the hamburger helper mitts. I have 5 fingers on each hand. Hamburger helper has like he only had the, no, that's not even anatomically correct. Thank you, Knobsdog. Kabuki says she came, so thank you. At least there's one honest person, right? At least there's one. Because, like, look at those bad boys. Oh, my God. Rippling with muscle and just, oh, my God. They're gorgeous. Look at them. Right? Watch them flex. Yeah. Yeah, those are meaty bastards. You're welcome. Free. That was free. You guys don't even need to pay me for that. That was a freebie on the hizzy. That was on the hizzy. I will never say hizzy again. Couch says I want them on my butt. That's funny.
At last, they approach the heart of darkness. A Khmer Rouge base deep in the jungle. And the regional...
You sent a link in History's Greatest Escapes. Morgan Freeman looks like a gorilla in this. I'm that, like, straight up, he looks like he looks like Coco the gorilla. He usually doesn't, but in that picture, he looks like a gorilla. Call me racist, because it's true.
Commander who can
I am racist.
choose to have them killed or tortured.
Deep down inside, I begin to think maybe there is no hope.
What's those thumbs do, though? They hitchhike. They express discontent. They express approval. I don't know. I smash them sometimes. I don't. They oppose the rest of my fingers, which is important. Helps me grip objects. I don't know. What do? They just do. That's. I mean, that's a good question. I mean, like, what makes them? They got a lot of meat, right? Why do they need so much meat? You know, it's for. They're probably meaty because of like years of gripping a guitar, right? Like that. Because then you see, I do that. So it's probably why. But no, because they're both like that, right? I don't know. They're just real meaty. Meat. Emergency rations.
And that's when I have to banish the demons.
Dan Stott says Only Hands does deserve to be on the Jokinos. No, you see the Jokinos, I'm not allowed to be on. That's Pessy and Royce's Jokinos board. I'm not allowed to be on that because I don't even know why I'm on Daywave, honestly. I don't think they want me there. I don't know why I'm there. I don't do anything. But they keep sending the link every day. And I'm just like, okay, I'll show up. And I show up. And then I make jokes. I have no role on that show. I'm not looking to change anything about that. I just find it interesting. I'm just kind of there. I'm just kind of there.
The only images I keep in my mind, all of us returning to the village, I stop thinking about...
It's okay. Christian says they don't need so much meat. They don't. I mean, I'm glad they do. I'm glad they have that kind of meat, right? Because I don't want like weak little girl hands. I want good mitts. You know, good mitts. Them's good mitts. That'll do, mitt. That'll do, mitt. I'm trying to do like a babe kind of thing. But I'm glad. They're good. Good meat. Good meat. Good meat. Hello. This is a weird show.
Just what the worst case scenario might be.
Now Sulk says, aren't you literally a stand-up comedian? I can answer that in like a lot of ways. Do I go to comedy clubs and stand up and tell jokes on a mic? Yes. Does that make me a stand-up comedian? No. No. I haven't done it in years at this point because I keep doing this. This is what I do now, right? But I did do that for a very long time. And again, that's how me and Jess met. We were both stand-up comedians. Can you believe that? I was obviously much better.
My imagination keeps leaping off.
It was actually really good. I'm not even like, I mean, to toot my own horn, I was actually very funny.
All the time I have this dread, and if I focused on it, what I'd be thinking of is...
And if I didn't piss people off so badly, like on a very regular basis, maybe it would have gone somewhere. But no, I'm stuck doing this now. This is like, you know, like a school resource officer, how like they're like the worst cop. Well, this is that for me.
All the horrible stories about them torturing people. I think about...
Despite says you have to stay on Daywave, you balance out JJ. Ooh, shots fired. Shots fired. Ooh.
what I need to do when I meet this commander to communicate with him. That is all that I allow myself to think about. If I start to think about my fear, it's opening the floodgates. So all of the time, it is about controlling the way that you think.
Knob says, Daywave is like a writer's room. You definitely get good jokes on better the autism and gayness. Get good jokes on better the autism. Knob, are you lit? Are you like loaded? I'm sorry. Like, I assume that was supposed to be a compliment, but like your grammar is killing me, bro. Knob says, oh, don't say that. I like your jokes on there. Sometimes I have a joke. Sometimes I dust out a joke or something like that. And it is what it is. I'll keep doing it. I'll keep doing it. But I have no sort of like, I mean, I don't work for Royce. So I guess I am part of the team. But I just don't know, like, because like Pessy and JJ and Frozen are producers. And I am not a producer. Not that I want to be. I don't, because I do exactly what I want on that show. I sit down and I make jokes, and then at the end of the show, I get up and I leave. That's all I want to do. Okay? That's all I want to do. I don't want a producer role because it looks hard, and I don't want to do it. What would I call myself, though? Fifth mic, I guess? I'm the fifth mic? I'm fine with that. I'll be fifth mic. But I'm not allowed to add to the Jokinos board. They're very clear about that. That's stupid. That's stupid. No, if I had a good Jokinos, maybe. A man can dream.
Why? Not up there. He said they will bring you to the house.
Where you taking him?
Nomsdog says JJ has grown to be my favorite. His show is really funny. I've never watched JJ's show. Is it good?
The Khmer rule, when they want to kill, firstly, they separate. And then...
Zergaby Christian says, you're the Daywave lol cow? I'm not. No, I'm not. No. I'm not like the retard. Well, okay, fine. Whatever.
They can't kill quite early.
Also, stop being gay online? No.
They've separated me from Bern.
No. My wife says, I don't own a red scarf, and also stop being gay online. No.
Wonder what's going to happen.
It is. He finds the weirdest people. I mean, if you're into lolcow stuff, I don't get down with lolcow stuff. But everyone's got a different flavor. Pessy does a lot of nostalgia. Frozen does wrestling. I do documentaries. We all have our own different flavor. It just kind of depends on what you want to do, what you're in the mood for, I guess. Perfectly acceptable.
All of the time, I'm telling myself not to focus on stories that I've heard of people being tortured.
Pessy is like Robin. Oof, that's not a good look. That was bad. That was bad. I mean, Frozen looks really bad in that picture. Did you guys see Frozen?
The end of the journey. Now Chris comes face to face with the one man with absolute authority to decide their fate.
And he's like 5'2". Oh, I'd be like, just fucking shoot me, man. just fucking shoot me, bro. Like, come on, that's ridiculous. The absolute authority. It's like,
Lives hang in the balance.
Speak Khmer.
No.
Speak Thailand.
No.
You មកកម្ពុជាធ្វើអី
I don't understand what you're saying. I've been here for 6 weeks. Min. Yes. Yes.
Go Cambodia.
In Cambodia.
Yeah.
6
Six
weeks.
6 week. Six
In Cambodia.
in Cambodia.
just get an interpreter. I mean, just get a fucking interpreter. Seriously, just, do you really need to do this? If you're the head honcho, okay, why don't you speak English? English, how do you use the internet? You know, like, everyone speaks English. Everybody speaks English. Like, most of the world speaks English. We've all kind of decided English was the way to go. Most of the internet, like 80% of the internet, is in English. If you want to be a pilot anywhere in the world, you are legally required to speak English because all air traffic control over the entire planet is done in English. Did you know that? Just learn a little bit of English. It's not that difficult. It's just not. Yeah, I am a native English speaker. Maybe some of you have realized that. But come on. You can't like get like a Duolingo account and learn a little bit of English? I'm sorry, I can't speak Cambodian. I can't speak like Indonesian Bahasa. I can't speak fucking Indian or whatever, or the million of other languages out there. The little niche language. But everybody can learn a little bit of English. Just a little bit of English. It's real easy. And then guess what? You get to watch movies, you get to watch TV shows and understand everything without having to read all the fucking time. You get to surf the internet and go on like Twitter, and not like the gay Indian Twitter. Right? Like the good Twitter. The good Twitter. Right? Just learn a little bit of English. Please learn a little English. How do you not know at least some English? I mean, you've spent your entire life in the fucking jungle. I get that. But like, you've never had any sort of internet access? If I didn't speak English, let's say if my native tongue was, I don't know, Spanish or Portuguese or what fucking have you. You know what I would do? I would learn English. I would learn English. And I could probably do it pretty quickly. Right? It wouldn't be that hard. I know I'm not retarded. I've picked up some bits and pieces of other languages pretty quick. But since I don't use it every day, it goes away. You could use English every day. You could. You could watch like Severance, an episode of Severance every day. Or change it. You watch King of the Hill. You just love fucking King of the Hill, right? And then you talk like Hank Hill, and I would find that endearing. I really would. I would love that. Right? Like, that boy ain't right. I would love that. I would die laughing. Please, for me, for my sake, for Sulk, John. You can call me John. Learn fucking English. Do it.
Your name, Nam, name.
Clever.
Clever. Clever.
Yeah.
Chris. Clever.
Mr. Clever, he's got a sparkle in his eye. There's an element of some humanity there, which I find immensely cheering.
Oh God, just shoot him. Just shoot him. Just shoot this fat turd. Shoot this stupid fucking haircut fat fucking turd.
United Kingdom.
It's okay to be Christian, says John speaks near fluent English. I'm almost there. One day I'll be conversational. Conversational. I'm getting there. I'm getting there. Little by little. I've only been speaking it for 37 years. So I'm getting there. You know. One of these days.
England.
Clever.
Clever.
Yeah.
Despite says I didn't get internet access till last February. I don't believe you. I don't believe you.
Luke Christmas,
He said that you have a good.
Despite says the Jungle Man doing a Hank Hill impression would be almost as funny as you doing the Jungle Man impression. Yeah, I mean that it would be. It doesn't matter. You could do any impression. Homer Simpson, Doug Funny. I mean, imagine you're just out in the middle of the jungle, and then some Cambodian guy walks up to you sounding exactly like Doug Funny. Would you not piss yourself laughing? Would you not piss yourself laughing? Of course you would, right? Because why Doug?
Good heart. Now he will use me as interpreter.
Oh, hi, Kitty. Hi. John's cat's in the chat. Hey, John. Hey, John's cat. Hey, Kitty. I'll feed you later, all right?
He said, don't worry. He tried to help you.
Despite says, don't have a cow, man. Bart Simpson. Bart Simpson would be perfectly good. Perfectly good. And they would be able to communicate.
This evening,
Cartman would be funny.
we should have dinner
Cartman would be
with him.
hilarious. Look at those chickens.
That night, dinner with the Khmer Rouge.
You know those chickens are like not American chickens because they're not too heavy to walk. American chickens are fat. They're genetically modified and they're not supposed to be that fat. But these jungle chickens, they're hard to catch.
Having heard stories about how Khmer Rouge had given people a dinner and then killed them in a
Nice.
way that the people didn't know what was coming, it kind of made me worry.
កុំដោយគ្មានបារម្ភអ្វីទាំងអស់កុំឲ្យប្រជាជនខ្មែរដាច់ដៃដាច់ជើងតទៅទៀតសូមជម្រាបគាត់ផង
Please bring beer. Please all of you enjoy.
មកមក
Drinking beers. Everyone's gotten drinking some beers. All right, that's nice.
I live in Pol Pot regime. When someone say good, especially the Khmer Rouge officer say good to us and provides good food to us, it means that we would be killed.
Okay, sweet.
សូមអញ្ជើញឲ្យចាប់ពេលនេះទៅលោកកំព្រួយ
They start to talk.
Everyone's sweating their balls off, right? They're like, it's fucking hot out here. And I'm not taking off this scarf. This is my scarf. This is a good scarf. Just sweating. Just sweating.
It's a bizarre experience.
Please thank the commander for his hospitality.
Although things were very polite, we didn't know what to expect.
So please enjoy your supper.
In my mind, I thought that we would be killed.
There's going to be no concept of us being held for a long period of time. We are either going to be killed or released.
Yeah, those are the options. Or you could just get blackout drunk. Honestly, it'd be fun getting blackout drunk with these people. I bet they'd be funny. Why are their eyes like that? Meow, says my cat. Because they're Asians, dude. Asians, they talk like this. Oh, ching kong kun ching kong ching. That's my best impression. That's the best impression I could do. Can you do better? No, I didn't think so. Or else, you'd be on this side of the camera. You'd be on this side of the screen, wouldn't you? No, because I nailed that shit. Yeah. Thought so.
I keep waking up during the night. I can smell a cigarette.
Okay. All right. Here's the thing. Since it's Friday and I have to do my premium, I'm going to switch over to my premium. And everyone who is not premium, thank you so much for coming. I appreciate you being here. I hope you guys have a good weekend and all that. And yeah. But everyone who has premium, we get to continue. And we'll keep doing this for, I don't know, an hour and a half. We'll do it for a while. If you don't have premium, get premium. Subscribe. It's like $5 a month. And then you get these shows. So I'm just saying. But thanks for coming. I hope you guys have a good night. Goodbye.